tonight may be the very last time, last chance that Axel Fury gets to do what he wants to do to finish out 2025 and head into 2026, and that's be Universal Champion. We thought he would do it in October, it's October Showdown. It seemed like injury kept him from doing so, and it seemed like maybe we would keep him out for the rest of the year. You saw those leg braces on Axel Fury. He's dealing with a lower leg injury and was potentially, I did not expect him to make a recovery this soon. But it seems that determination and grit has kept Axel Fury in the driver's seat and ready to try and take down that man right there, your Universal Champion, Nick Brutal. One of the longest reigning, if not the longest reigning Universal Champions in the ASWA. Axel looks to take that reign and shred it here tonight.
And it's been brewing for a long time between the status symbols and Axel Fury. We all know the history. We all know that Axel Fury was once a status symbol, and then he got the Mansfield on him, and then he suddenly decided, oh, I'm not going to be a status symbol anymore. I don't want to win anymore. I'm going to be a loser like the rest of these people.
Well, you see right there in that picture, that right there, those brass knuckles hanging off that pole, that's what it's all about right now. First to grab those knuckles and use them against your opponent wins this match.
And you know, Axel Fury last show got so scared that he faked an injury. He faked an injury during the match, and Nick Brutal had, pity on him and wrapped it up 1, 2, 3. I think they got the urination stain out of the ring. What? He wet himself. What happened? I'm not trying to jet.
He had a lower leg injury. He did not wet himself.
So he wet himself. Because he sure looks like he's walking just fine now.
Leg braces are pretty useful.
I think he tinkled.
I bet if you walked over there and tried to tell him that, he'd make you tinkle.
I have a job to do, sir. It's to help call the match.
Well, how about you call the match?
Okay. All right.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. These two do not like each other. I think that goes without saying. We said it last time. We'll say it again for posterior sake.
Good work.
Thanks.
And again, the familiarity with the two is also something they had to, because they were sparred together for years and years when they were members of the status symbols together. And so they know each other like the back of, people used to say, the phone book, a book. These days it might be a Blu-ray case. And so they know each other quite well.
Times they are changing.
And now we're just trading soup bones right here.
Yep.
Trading soup bones, and
you had to think this was going to be the case because, at the end of the day, the core of this match is taking a pair of brass knuckles and punching the other in the face. So, trading blows was bound to happen in this match.
No question. And remember, the status symbol said at the start of the show, they believe in Nick Brutal to such an extent they were going to watch and cheer on from the monitor in the back.
Well, how much of that I believe, I'm not entirely sure. It kind of seemed like they were mocking Nick Brutal earlier on, and that's something that I kind of brought up the last time these two faced each other, and I think bears repeating, is how much can Nick Brutal take of the status symbols? We've seen over the past into 2025, Nick Brutal has had this sort of chip on his shoulder that he doesn't need the status symbols to win his matches for him. He feels he can do it on his own. He's won Basically, everywhere he's been, he's won championships. He doesn't need the status symbols. And so, yeah, that one echoed.
Yeah, look, Nick Brutal is a hell of a competitor, make no mistake about it. But if he reaches the delusions of grandeur to the point that he doesn't need the status symbols, I mean, that is like, that is just absolutely ridiculous. That is just absolutely, that's like Joey without friends. How'd that work out?
It was good.
I'm not saying that he's not a great competitor. He's absolutely one of the best we have to offer on this roster. But if you don't think there's a wealth of knowledge you can't tap into a random pain in the Belgian, I think at that point you're getting a little too big for the britches, as they'd say here in Mount Breather country.
Well, I mean, you got to look on the other side of the coin, because if you're looking at a person that has left the status symbols and is doing all right for themselves, I'd look at the one that has the Universal Championship match right now, and it's Axel Fury.
Doing all right for himself.
He's in a Universal Championship match, is he not?
Because of the goodness of Nick Brutal's heart, he faked an injury last time. He got so scared, he shivered like an abused puppy. He was just, oh my God, again, man!
And what are you going to say if Axel Fury wins this match?
I'm going to say Mako Kalin was the referee, and so everything should be null and void. Mako Kalin wins this match. Why would you speak that into existence?
Oh, I didn't say Mako Kalin wins the match. I said Axel Fury.
Oh, hell for Pete's. You see what you do to me? You see what you do?
Exactly what I do.
I'm so glad that I don't spend the holidays with you.
That's just me. Now my feelings is hurt.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Big belly-to-belly suplex by the champ.
I got worked up there.
I can tell.
A little too far.
Well, this is a little bit of surprise. Nick Brutal not going for the quick cover.
This is where he might need Randall Payne out here to remind him, hey, take advantage of this. Oh, he's faking another knee injury.
I say that, and I realize that this is not a normal match, and that would do nothing. But still, it was a very slow.
It was not followed up aggressively enough, and that is where he needs the teachings of the master strategist.
But again, there's just something about the way things have gone between the status symbols and Nick Brutal that has me questioning whether or not he really believes that anymore.
I feel like you are trying to sow dissension in the ranks.
Maybe I am.
No, I can't.
I mean, they've got Sean Blaze now, so I mean.
Yeah, boy, that really is an upgrade.
Nothing else?
That's like bringing your mom to the prom.
Oh, that's just me.
Exactly. I'm not sure about this.
Axel Fury.
I don't like to question Randall Payne, but I'm not sure about this.
Now Axel trying to go for the knuckles. Make no mistake about it, this isn't an easy task. You have to incapacitate your opponent enough to go up there and reach those brass knuckles, very much akin to a ladder match. And you see right there,
And
Nick Brutal.
And look, he's faking the knee injury again.
I don't think that's faking, but that's just me. But smart move by Nick Brutal to go for that knee.
What an Oscar performance by Axel Fury. Just like he made us believe that he cared about the status symbols, he now makes you believe that his knees are arthritic of a 95-year-old man. What a performance!
No, mine are.
What a performance!
Bravo.
Yeah. The turncoat can win an Emmy.
But here, again, I'll give credence to what you said earlier. At this point, Nick Brutal should be going up for those brass knuckles again, but he's not. He's getting in the face of Axel Fury. I will agree with you on that. That is a misstep by Nick Brutal.
Just a little coaching from Randall Payne and Bowser goes such a long, long way. I mean,
Fury with a clothesline.
think of it this way.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Randall Payne and the Bowser, they're like Jim Harbaugh.
This is clothesline by Fury. Okay.
But Nick Brutal without them might be like, I don't know, Schwann. Just
ducks the clothesline. And double clothesline.
Not saying they're bad per se, but not quite the same zest and zeal.
Zeal, good work.
Zeal, exactly. I mean,
Fury trying to reach up for those brass knuckles, but he's going to have to get up on his own 2 feet and get there.
notice his knees didn't start hurting till he left the status symbols.
My knees hurt every time the status symbols come out to the ring.
And Axel working ever so closely, just inches away from the brass knuckles. But again, he climbs like a 92-year-old.
Well, and you had to think those knees played a part in that decision.
Yep. His because he's trying to make sure we all understand. Oh my gosh, my knees hurt. Yeah, we get it. It worked one time. It worked one time, you big wuss. Come up with a new playbook. Come up with a new playbook, Axel. I see you got a new shirt. It is a new shirt.
It is.
Kind of like the red.
It suits him.
Yes, red is a color that makes you angry, and he certainly makes me angry.
Well, right now, Fury is angry, and he's laying in the shots left and right. Trying to go for a clothesline. Nick able to duck out of the way.
Oh, got the brutal end right there. And that, according to Nick Brutal, is going to be the ball game. That brutal end. And I'll tell you, Axel Fury doesn't know which injury to fake now.
Well, like Babe Ruth calling his shot, Brutal is calling his. You see Sean Blaze out in the ringside apron trying to cheer on Nick Brutal.
I wish Sean Blaze would cheer on somebody else at the 7-Eleven. And now Nick Brutal's got those brass knuckles. And Nick Brutal was about to go to work. And a year of pin-up frustration from the status symbols to Axel Fury is about to get taken out right here at Winter Reunion 2025.
Oh, but what is Sean Blaze doing?
Oh, God, this guy's going to yuck it up.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it. Oh, he super kicks! Great first day, Sean. Great first day.
Hey, the pain, I told you this guy's an idiot. I told you, he's an idiot.
And Axel Fury has the knuckles, and all he's got to do is connect one time, and he wins the match. Oh, but Nick ducks out.
And going for the brutal end again.
Fury able to counter. Run home! That's it! That's it! New champ! New champ! Axel Fury has done it!
Oh, this is all Sean Blaze's fault! What a moron! What a moron!
Well, I'm inclined to agree with you. The new status symbol member, not exactly endearing himself on his first day, cost the Universal Championship of Nick Brutal, and we have a new champion. A long time in the making, ladies and gentlemen. The fighter for hire finally finds the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Oh, God.
And Axel Fury is your new Universal Champion. Oh, Nick Brutal has to be beside himself. I want to know what Random Pain's thoughts are right now. I mean, they said they would be in the back. What is Sean doing out here?
You can see Nate Brutal going, I told you I had it.
Brutal is livid. And here we go. You messed up, Sean.
Now here comes the bouncer.
Bouncer trying to play peacekeeper.
Aaron Black trying to get. Oh, this is awful.
This is great.
This is awful.
This is amazing. Look at the face of Brutal.
This is the worst holiday season I've ever experienced.
My Christmas has just come full circle.
Oh, Brandon Payne looks like he's gonna cry.
I would too.
I'm gonna.
Your new blood just kind of cost you the Universal Championship. And for the first time, hold on, something else to keep in mind. For the first time in ASWA in the last 5 years, no status symbol member holds gold.
Would you stop?
I'm just going to look.
This is a crisis. This is a crisis.
Well, it'll be better. Look, Bouncer and Brandon Payne are trying to talk him down. It's going to be fine. It's okay.
It is not okay. Don't talk.
You know,
I'm disgusted.
I mean,
I'm going to be sick.
Nick Brutal looks like how a bull looks when he sees the color red, which is not good for Brandon Payne and Bouncer, who are in red right now. But I think he's more angry at the fact that Sean Blaze just cost him his championship. But look at this, Sean Blaze trying to extend an olive branch.
No, he's trying to do the right thing. He knows he messed up. He won't shake his hand. I know Nick Brutal is hot. He's got to go right to me. Oh man, this is a crisis. This close to Christmas. Secret Santa's a room.
Were you his Secret Santa?
What's his secret?
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't anybody tell me that.
I don't even know if I still go to Status Towers on Christmas Eve. Looks like it might be awkward.
Well, Brutal just said something to Brandon Payne. Didn't quite understand what he said, but oh! What is going on?
That's right. It's about time he gets taught a lesson. He's got too big for his britches.
That's a quick change of tune.
That's a quick change of tune.
Earlier, you were saying how disgusting it was that Brutal got treated this way, but now you're all for it.
Yeah, but listen to the way he doesn't act like he needs status symbols anymore. I mean, you talk about ungrateful. You talk about ungrateful.
It wasn't even Brutal's fault. Why is he getting...
He's ungrateful. Without the status symbol, he wouldn't be a pimple on the ASWA's hind end. He's ungrateful.
Well, I would say right now that hind end is probably Sean Blaze for the way he just cost Nick Brutal the championship. And what is going on?
And that's what you get, Brutal. That's what you get. Didn't have to be this way, but no, he had to get in his way. His pride and his ego. He just had to screw it up. If he'd have done his job, known his place, we'd all be fine right now.
He shook the hand of Sean Blaze. Everything was fine.
Yeah, everything was fine. Instead, he says, I don't need you guys out here. Well, you don't need the status symbols? Well, this is what you get. A beatdown. Happy holidays, Brutal. Hope you enjoy Christmas dinner through a straw.
Don't screw this up. And what did you do? You screwed it up.
I mean, I am shocked.
Come on, hit him in the head again. Maybe it'll make him, I don't know, smart enough.
Oh, and Brutal is busted open.
Yeah, not enough for my liking.
Well, Sean Blaze,
egomaniac.
Sean Blaze adding a little insult to injury.
Egomaniac. Yeah. Oh, don't need the status symbols anymore. Bet you wish you were team status symbol
Sean
now.
has a chair. Come on, this has gone way too far at this point.
This is a lesson. This is a lesson.
I think the lesson has been made, okay? There's no reason for this.
No reason for this.
Tell me what the reason is for this.
The reason is you get too big for your britches, and all of a sudden, you don't think you need the status symbols anymore. You don't need any teaching. You don't need Brandon Payne. You don't need to be over there for Christmas dinner. Well, then to hell with you.
You've busted him open. You've tried to choke him. At what point are you trying to end his career?
Absolutely, because without the status symbols, he'd have no career.
This is sick.
This is what needs to be done. That way everybody else in the locker room is on notice.
Brutal had that championship for an entire year, and this is how you treat him?
That's right. So if they'll do this to someone we like, if we'll do this to someone we like, imagine what we do to the rest of that locker room. We respect Nick Brutal, and then he spits in the status symbols' faces.
Well, I hate to use a pun, but for the fact of the matter is, Nick Brutal, for lack of a better term, is being brutalized.
Absolutely.
What a sick display.
Enjoy your Christmas dinner in the hospital. Hope it was worth it, you egomaniacal maniac.
Was it worth it for the status symbol? What did they gain from this?
They gained loyalty. Loyalty above all.
From who?
From guys that care. Sean Blaze, from the bouncer, from other people we don't see right here. We know the GQ status and guys like that are constantly loyal. Aaron Black has been loyal for years. But Axel Fury and now Nick Brutal. Now Nick Brutal has went and got the ugly on him, and that's what you get. And that's what you get.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I find myself at a loss for words. I don't know what else to say, really. Nick Brutal, I didn't agree with the way that he won his championship. I didn't agree with some of the tactics, but even Nick Brutal didn't deserve that. I mean, this is insane.
Made no mistake, heading into 2026, the status symbols are stronger than ever, and they're going to prove it in a big way next year.
Well, 2026 is right around the corner. Are we looking at a new and improved status symbols? Has the fat truly been cut from the cloth? What does 2026 hold for the status symbols? What does 2026 hold for Nick Brutal? I don't know if I have an answer for that last one, but we're going to take a quick break. Hope that God we get some medical attention for Nick Brutal. And when we come back from break, we'll try to collect ourselves. We have one more match. It's your main event, the heavyweight championship on the line. We'll be right back right after this.